Right, so so today I thought I'd just do a quick live stream just on like rumours and stuff. Obviously I don't think many people will be watching, mainly because I think most people are probably going to be at work, but you can watch this afterwards. But yeah, I thought I'd rather do a stream than do another video, because why not? Why not just do a live stream, get myself out there a bit more. Yeah, so I just did a video on WrestleMania 5, I think it was. So yeah, I thought I'd just do a quick live stream, probably about, what time is it? 20 to 4, so I might stay on till about 5ish, 20 to 5ish, depending on how I feel, because it is quite hot here in England. To a lot of people it's probably not hot, but it's like almost 36 degrees-ish. For me it's boiling. I don't like this kind of weather. But yeah, we're going to get into the current news. I've just thought I'd update people, and then maybe I would probably show you what I've got in my room as well. Obviously there's no one here, but I thought I'd just talk for a bit, you know. I'm not really sure what to really talk about. Yeah, so obviously I've got this now, because I usually use the small ones and something on videos with a small mic, and I thought I'd use this. But I used to wear a certain mask, but then I couldn't breathe in it because of how hot it got. So some people just suggest either do stuff behind the computer, but my computer doesn't really work. I'm on my phone at the moment, so I'm not sure if I can actually get onto where is, I think, I've just got my Chromebook on me at the moment, just so I can get some stuff up, but I'm just got to this is the most open mask I've got, but I just need to log into do a bit. But yeah, I was going to talk about like stuff that's been happening once my Chromebook decides it's going to actually cooperate with me and not be irritating. So yeah, so at the moment, obviously one of the biggest current news in WWE mainly is because Zilla Fatu is in NXT. He's going to be in NXT. That's one of the main current news, biggest news. Obviously being related to Umaga is, he's part of the OI family, basically just expanding on the bloodline. So obviously there's also CM Punk counter-programming AEW kind of, with having officially announced that he'll appear at WWE and AAA Worlds Collide show, Chicago. That's something else that's been play VR. No, I don't play VR. I actually don't know if I've got a VR. I know I did have one, but I don't play it very often. I think it might be my Stat One's room, to be honest. But yeah, so you've got that, and then you've also got the European tour, which has been announced as well. Which is the road to Royal Rumble in January of 2027. And then obviously there's WrestleMania details have come out. I don't think, obviously loads of people have been rumouring around Bayley going to AEW, but it's unlikely. Well, I think so anyway. It depends on what you lot think. Whether she will go. Same with the New Day, they might go there, but But yeah, I'm not sure really what to talk about on a lot of this stuff because I haven't watched wrestling for a while, to be honest with you. I mainly watch because I've got a bunch of DVDs. I mainly watch those because I work quite early hours, so I can't watch anything live. But yeah, like what was I going to say? Yeah, I'm not sure about like the whole people going to AEW if they've left WWE thing, because there's loads of major other companies they could go to. I'm one of these people where I think if they've left the company, they can go wherever they want. It doesn't necessarily have to be AEW. I don't think people should be like just fans of one company. People should just be fans of everyone. Be very, very much. If you like wrestling, you should be a fan of wrestling. But yeah, there's nothing much else going on like WWE and that at the moment. Just a bunch of rumours about people going to AEW and stuff, which it doesn't matter if they do. If they go, they're doing what they love. I don't think what else is going on in wrestling. So obviously there's the run up to All In at Wembley Stadium going on. So obviously Andrade's injury status, but he will not miss much of time, I believe, from what I'm seeing or what I've researched. So All In at the moment, the card updates sort they've got from what I've seen is like Kyle Fletcher for the International Championship. Kyle Fletcher will defend it against Konosuke Teshita and Kazuchika Okada. Sorry if I butchered that, I'm not very good with pronouncing names. And also the TNT Championship will be defended as well. TNT Championship was successfully retained against Chris Jericho. And then you'll have one on Kevin Naut will have one against Darby Allin, the full count anywhere match at All In. And then obviously there's the Casino Gauntlet match that's been updated onto the All In match card. So obviously there's been like Omega Caesar Osprey like on Dynamite, I think it was. And then Swerve made an appearance to confront the World Trios champions. And then obviously the tournament progress has been going on as well. But yeah, I haven't really been watching much of wrestling in the way that it's depends on what people watch anyway. Why is that going off? I am an all-time WWE wrestler. Getting a bit hot today. So yeah, So I've just uploaded a video about WrestleMania 5. To be honest, I'm not sure. I do think it's not the worst WrestleMania ever. I do think it's probably better than... Which one did... trying to think of which one I like. Some of them, especially the older ones, they have more significance than in the sense that the reason why they're good is because of the significance, rather than how good they were. WrestleMania 1 had the significance of I think that was the one, because obviously it's the first ever one. And then obviously I'm trying to think whether that's the one Hulk Hogan went against Andre or not. Let me just have a look. No, that's the one where Andre was against Big John Studd for the Body Slam Challenge. But yes, the reason why that one's seen as significant because it was the first one ever. Which one was the... but if you do want me to talk about a certain thing, I will talk about a certain thing. I just thought I'd talk about WrestleMania since I've put up a new video. I did do one about Tully Blanchard, but no one seemed to really be bothered about him. WrestleMania 2. Trying to think if it might be WrestleMania 2 that Hulk went against King Kong Bundy in WrestleMania 2. Obviously, they had quite a few celebrities in WrestleMania 2. They had Ray Charles, who sang America the Beautiful. There's quite a few of these They had Joan Rivers, which I did not realise until I did the video on WrestleMania 2 that she was actually at WrestleMania. Because obviously this is the one where Hulk Hogan went against King Kong Bundy. And then you had Mr. T versus Roddy Piper as that came off WrestleMania 1's where they did Hulk Hogan and Mr. T versus Roddy Piper. And I don't remember his partner that he had. I'm trying to think of what my next video should be, because obviously I've only done 5 of WrestleManias so far, and I've got to kind of try and think of what else I could put on. Because I've done quite a lot about different wrestlers, and then I've obviously got some live streams of games that I've played on the PlayStation. I tried to do try and split up the live streams depending on what time I have to get up for work, but it's a bit harder to do videos when depending on what time I finish work half the time. But yeah, I was thinking for this live stream, just talking about whatever, who I think who people think are overrated, who people think are underrated, people's favourite, what people's favourite pay-per-views were, what they kind of like, but obviously depending on what people want to actually talk about, people coming in and out of the live, I think it's peaked at 14 people. But yeah, I'm thinking at the moment, because I go in between who my favourite wrestlers are. Most of the time it is it usually is for women short flare, and then men's it flops quite a lot often. So yeah, I'm at the moment I think my favourite male wrestler is probably live anyway. He's probably going to be Kevin Owens, I think. At the moment, anyway. It might change later, but I haven't really watched much. But I think next time I'm able to, I might watch pay-per-view. When is the next pay-per-view? Because it depends. Pay-per-view. It's SummerSlam, I think. No, it's Money in the Bank, I think, actually. So you got the next televised one is Saturday night's main event, which is Sunday, September 6th, and I think the next major pay-per-view, is Money in the Bank, Saturday the 10th, and then you've got Survivor Series after that, War Games. Do we actually know the lineup for Money in the Bank? Let's see what the lineup of Money in the Bank is. Because I haven't really checked. I'm focusing on doing videos. Money in the Bank, lineup of Money in the... Jesus. This is hard. Money in the Bank. Let's get up and see what 2026. I keep forgetting it's 2026. I keep thinking it's still 2025. Yes, let's see what that is. I don't think they've actually put anything else in. Yes, at the moment they didn't actually have much. They're just the Money in the Bank matches. They didn't actually have anything else of what matches they are. Just the Money in the Bank, and no one's been determined for that yet. Was the last one SummerSlam, the last Money in the Bank? Because I don't think I was able to watch that. I think it was. I wasn't able to watch it. So I know some matches who won. Because I know Chelsea Green won, which I do think, because obviously is she injured? I think she's injured. Yeah. So you had Femi versus Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar lost, I think. Did he? So I think you might. Let me just get it on so where I can actually see what's. So night one. So Liv Morgan. She retained a championship. She hasn't really had many defences, I don't think, for a champion anyway. Liv Morgan hasn't really defended it, probably like a few times. A bit like what Brock Lesnar does. I do think if you're a champion, I think this is one thing John Cena was really good with, is the fact that he defended his championship. It's probably because I've got an echo thing on here and I'm trying to figure out, is it less echoey? So I'm not sure whether it's less echoey, because I don't know which way makes it less echoey. I don't know if this is any less echoey for you or not, because it's very hard to distinguish whether this is the way I'm doing it as well. Go the other way. I went the wrong way with it then. This one I keep catching it when it echoes. So like sometimes I'll catch it, it'll go the other way, and then it'll be more echoey. It does it with when I do videos as well. But yeah, I think John Cena was very good with defending the championship, a lot more than what some champions are. Like Liv Morgan doesn't really defend it as often as she probably should. But yeah, she kept the championship at SummerSlam. So you obviously got LA Knight, Solo Sikoa, and Roy Keys that defeat the bloodline of Jacob Fatu, Jey Uso, and Jimmy Uso. I really need to watch this. I think because I just never really got around to watching it. Then you got Gunther versus Nick Aldis. Obviously, I've seen clips of obviously like backstage stuff where Triple H just kept letting him keep his job and that. So then we obviously got as well Fatal Influence versus the Bella Twins and Paige. If you did watch this, like, which one was your kind of favourite match? Because I haven't watched it yet, so I can't say which one's my favourite one. I've also got because I haven't watched like any pay-per-views for ages. But because I went out the other week and I ended up buying like 58 quid's worth of Funko Pops, which are like behind me there. There's £58 worth there, and it's I mean, the only ones I didn't buy when I went was I have a Charlotte Flair one which I bought off eBay because I couldn't find it, which was about 20 quid's worth, and then I've got, I don't know if you can see it, but the Bray Wyatt one just underneath the whiteboard, that one lights up. So I don't really want to get up, I've got shorts on, but yeah. So yeah, this is what I've got at the moment. Let me just sort this out because it's got auto rotation on it and I need it to not have auto rotation on it. No, I mean locked, not auto. It's been a bit ridiculous because I've got to have it on the side and not on. Yeah, so let me just get this to stop being ridiculous. Yeah, so this is well, I've got Skull like Bray Wyatt. He lights up. Then I've got Stacey Keibler, Tiffany Stratton, Xavier Woods down at the bottom, Charlotte Flair, and then I've got X-Pac there, Penta down there, and then I've got, this is what my friend got me. He got me the Shawn Michaels and Triple H match. And then I do actually have at the side, I don't know if you can see it without the lights on. I don't think you'll be able to. I've got Triple H Teddy, and it's let me just turn the lights on. Don't think you can see it any better, probably not. But yeah, that was what I got. Let me just this is what it, because it keeps saying I need to sort it out and rotate it back. So I'm not going to get much of a view other than my ugly mug, but yeah, I've got some photos that I signed as well. I've got the edge one up the top and the Goldberg one are both signed, and then I've also got one of Jeff Jarrett and RVD. Don't know if I think I had another one, but I'm not sure. I just know that I've got those ones. And also I've got like a bunch of figures as well, which I haven't got out because I put them all in the drawer because I've got too many. But yeah, I think because I've got loads of championships as well. I've got the NXT, the old NXT one, not the current one. Like the one when it was just the massive X, then the N, the A, and the T, and then I've got the Intercontinental Championship one, which is just the white strapped Intercontinental Championship. Then the John Cena US title. The World Heavyweight Championship, like the one where it's got like the scratch logo. But it's not. I've got the John Cena Spinny WWE Championship and the World Heavyweight Championship, the big gold belt. And then I've got the World Heavyweight Championship, the one where, the one before it came the Universal Championship, the one with the black strap. I think that's the one. And then I've got the current undisputed World Heavyweight Championship. I don't have the WWE current one. And then I've got the old NXT, not the old NXT, I do have that one, the old tag team, I don't know which one it is. I think this one's I'm not sure which one this is. I think this one's WWE one, the old one. I don't think it's the world one. There's world, yeah, I think this one's the WWE one. Scheiße. Just dropping stuff today. But yeah, I've got quite a lot of championships. I've got the Cruiserweight Championship as well, somewhere up there I think. And then I've got also the Tag Team Championship that was the one that was bronze, kind of. I've got that one as well, and I've got the current. I think I've got the one before they changed it again, the Intercontinental Championship, because it's the one with the black ones rather than the blue ones. I don't know if that's the current look or not. Intercontinental Championship. Let me just get an image up so I know whether the one I've got. Yes, I think that one was the one before the one that is now, because I've got the white strap, and then I've got the United Kingdom Championship. Yeah, I've got loads of WWE merchandise because I'm trying to look for the book, because you have the encyclopedia kind of thing. I've got the old one. I've been trying to look for the newest version of it, but I've only got the old one, and I was just collecting the cards as well, but unfortunately I couldn't find any more. They stopped doing them. Well, I don't think they have stopped doing the cut off. Because yeah, I just started really like wrestling when I was quite young. But I think my favourite championship, look wise, is the quite like the look of the Intercontinental Championship with the white belt strap, because I do think that's the best look of it. Because I just really liked it with the white one. It's the one that's I think it was the one when, I don't know when that look actually came into it. But yeah, I quite like the Intercontinental Championship, mainly because I think it's like the best workhorse one out there. I don't think it's it's always seen as the workhorse championship, in my opinion. I just think more people have had they had quite a lot of good people have the championship in my belief. I'm just trying to get this because it's kind of annoying me. I don't like it being... Nope, apparently I've got to keep it that way. So I wanted to do it on this side, but apparently I'll keep it this way. But yeah, so you can see there I've got the RVD one is signed. And then the one behind, I've got one behind that, so that's Jeff Jarrett that's signed. I don't think I've actually got anything else. I think I did have a poster of Randy Orton signed, but I don't know where that's gone. But yeah, I really like the design of the belt designs of the Intercontinental Championship. I think mainly when it was just the white strap, not the other ones. And then I think I didn't really get the John Cena spinny thing. It suited him, but it didn't suit other people. I don't know whether what other people think. So what like the I do think it's one of the better what was I going to say? I think, I'm trying to think who I think is the best Intercontinental Champion, in my opinion. I quite liked Shawn Michaels as Intercontinental Champion when he was a bit of an arsehole. Let me just see, because so obviously at the moment, Chad Gable's obviously the champion. I'll just see, because I'm trying. I did quite like. I do think Chad Gable will do a lot with the Intercontinental Champion, if given the chance. Because obviously this is his first like singles championship he's had, I believe. Anyway, I don't think he's actually had any other than tag team ones. So I do think he will do good as like the Intercontinental Champion. He will do good. But I think he's mainly had tag team championships, like his NXT ones. Let's go into his. Obviously, he's a very good amateur wrestler as well. So yeah, he's mainly been he's had the Speed Championship. That's the other thing he did have. So he's been Speed Champion and Intercontinental Champion. They're the two that he's single ones he's been, but he's mainly been tag champs. Yeah, well, I think he'll be a good Intercontinental Champion because obviously he's a workhorse. Let's see what else I want to talk about. Let's see what else I want to talk about. So yeah, I've done quite a lot of videos on controversies as well. So like the videos I've done on controversies, some of them I've had to put together, but they're quite old ones I've done. Where like it's before I started doing stuff with on cameras, controversies. So I did like the Fabulous Moolah stuff. I did the mass transit stuff. Basically anything related to New Jack I put in one video because he had loads of different controversies, and obviously since he's passed away, I think he's passed. Jazzy. Yeah, so I did all the what time is it? I'll stop at 5, I think, and then I'll have tea, and then I'll try and nap, I think. So yeah, I've done New Jack stuff in one video on my channel, and then I've done Forrest Mueller and why they took her name off the Battle Royal. I've done the double murder suicide with Chris Benoit as a video. I've done the only things I haven't done, I don't think I've done the Plane Ride from Hell yet, which I might end up doing that as a video. I've done the Ring Boy scandal as a video, and haven't done much else. WWE ones I've done. I haven't done many of these ones, to be honest, which I've done Over the Edge, and I've done the McMahon stuff. Like, I haven't done the mysteries yet, the Miss McMahon. But I've done the other two, and I don't think I might have done Montreal Screwjob, I'm not sure yet if I've done that video. But I know that I need to do the Click, I need to do the Attitude Era, I need to do Saudi Arabia, Plane Live from Hell. They're the kind of videos I need to do next, really, and controversies. But I know that I've done the New Jack stuff, and Fabulous Mueller, because obviously she's had the people come forward about her in general, you know, which I have done. I've done videos on that. I'm thinking what I could do next. So I'm thinking next, probably, if I don't do another WrestleMania video, because I've got to try and, geez, it's like 42 WrestleManias now. If I do another one, like, I have to get through all 42 before next WrestleMania, and then do that one. That's the next video I've got to do. I've got to do WrestleMania 6 next. That's the next video I need to do. In that playlist, I've got to do 6, and I've got to go to 42 before 43 comes out, and then do 43. It might take me a long time to do them because I work, but I'm thinking for my next controversy one, it might be the plane ride from hell. That might be the next one I do. So then obviously Billy and Chuck might be, at least Billy and Chuck's a bit of a weird controversy, really, because it's just near end of the invasion storyline. Basically, it's like that's when it started, and he was kicked out of the alliance. In response, he just defected to WWE, where it began teaming with Billy in a on-front to the alliance after the invasion, and that ended in the Jew turned heel. So Billy and Chuck being controversial because of the reception they got from certain people, like the Gay and Lesbian Alliance against defamation. So yeah, that's why they were controversial, was mainly because of the Gay and Lesbian Alliance against defamation. That's why they became it. So it's like, but obviously now WWE have had multiple people who are legitimately coming out over the decade later. So obviously there's been Darren Young, there's been Sonya Deville, Anthony Bowens, Nyla Rose, Sonya Kiss, Kiera Hogan, Mercedes Martinez, and obviously Piper Niven as well is also gay. It's just like, that is, for the time, it probably controversial at the time. But yeah, so I'm just thinking of what controversial to do. Probably Plane from Hell, but so when I started doing this channel, obviously I started out with 0 subscribers, and then I ended up then I realised I need to do more shorts, and then I started getting to like 91ish. I think I'm on now, probably. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure what else I can do to get myself up other than constantly posting. Because I'm getting there a bit. No, I do not think that is a good idea. So, I do think it's... Jeez. Try to answer people. So, yeah, so... So obviously, now, I think for the next one, now that I know what I need to be doing on a stream, it's probably going to be better for me. So obviously I'm going to I think I'm going to go at like 4ish. So you've got like the Anawai family, which I'm going to talk about a bit, because I'm going to do a bit more, probably do a video, probably be a bit long. So yeah, so obviously the Anawai family is basically quite a lot of them, because you got like the Fatus and the Anawais. Because I think Zilla is the newest member to join WWE. I think a lot of them are on like the what's they called, indies. So if you start out with like some of them, you got Leo Ripley, I think was the first one, and then as you go down, you got Afa Hawaii Senior, and then you got Liti or Anawahi. Because then obviously you got Peter Maivia. That I think they're cousins. I'm not sure. Yeah. And then you got Rocky Johnson, Black Pearl, Rodney, Anawai, Ryoko. You got Rosie. You got Roman Reigns. You got Samuel Fatu. There's got a lot as you go down. I do think that the person that probably had them, you look at the Anawai family, you look at them, you think some of them you don't really know because they're on independent circuit, and then you got others like Jacob Fatu. He has potential. I think he has quite a lot of potential. Obviously Rocky Johnson. Was Rocky Johnson the first? He was the first ever black champion, I think. He wasn't the first world champion because that was Ron Simmons. He was in, I think, the first. Let me think. Was it Rocky? I think Rocky Johnson might have been Johnson. Johnson's not his real name. Rocky Johnson, I think, might have been. No, don't do that with that. I don't know whether Rocky Johnson was the first. Was he Rocky Johnson? So I think Ron Simmons was the first. Was it WCW champion? I'm not sure, to be honest with you. He was the first. Him and Tony Atlas were the first black tag team champions in WWE history. So yeah, in WWE was the first black tag champion, and I think I'm trying to remember what Ron Simmons won. To be honest with you, because I can't remember which world championship he won. I think it was WCW, but I can't remember, and that's what's going to bother me if I don't look it up. Yeah, it was a WCW World Heavyweight Champion, which I think was the first one. But yeah, I think I might just leave it there now because it's getting a bit hot, and I'm wearing a jumper, so I'm a bit boiling. So I'm gonna finish it here. Yeah, I'll probably do another one at some point, another live stream. See you.